Hi guys, and welcome to my Reading Rush TBR. We're on day 2 of the Reading Rush and I haven't had the time to make this video, so I'm here on the second day to talk to you about the books I'm planning on reading for the stay at home Reading Rush. Because we're all staying home, we're supposed to have more time to read, not that I do, but you know, intentions are what matter. So I'm planning on reading 3 or 4 books these 4 days of the stay-at-home reading rush. There's some challenges that I'm trying to achieve, and so I picked my books according to that. That being said, the first book I read, and I've actually finished today, was the one I was already reading. It actually fits a category, and not only that, but also I was only 100 pages in and the book is over 400 pages, so I thought it would be okay to just finish that one because I didn't want to jump into another book because I was in the mood for this one, and usually when I jump into other books then I have a hard time going back. So that book is Red, White and Royal Blue by Casey McKinston. There was a lot of hype about this book and I just wanted something fluffy to read, so I picked this one up before the reading rush. But this covers the challenge to read something that will make you smile, and the romance in this was very cute and heartwarming, and it certainly made me smile at times, while at the same time also being very heartbreaking sometimes. Like, he had a lot of tension in it as well, so there we go. Then we have a book with a house on the cover, and for that I chose Little Fires Everywhere by Celeste Ng. I've also been meaning to read this book for a long time because I really enjoyed the book before that by Celeste Ng. I've had this on my collection for like 2 or 3 years, and now there's a TV show adaptation, so I think it's about time I read it. It's also one of the few books I own that has a house on the cover, and this one was one of the shortest actually. And because I'm not in the mood, especially during a reading rush, to read historical fiction, which was the other books that had houses on the cover, I'm gonna pick this one up and read it during these 4 days. And then for the other 2 challenges is read a book in the same room the entire time and read a book set in somewhere you would like to go or somewhere you like to be right now. And for that I have this very short book that's edited by Faber. This is part of its collection, Faber Stories, and it's a collection of short stories. And this is Daughters of Passion by Julia O'Fallon, I think. And this is an Irish author, and this book is set in Ireland. And one of the places I'm most looking forward to visiting one day is Dublin and Ireland in general. So I thought this one would be a great pick because it covers both those 2 challenges, because it's so short that I can read it in one go, in one place, in one room in my house. And also because it's set in Ireland, so a place I would really like to go to. This time there are Instagram challenges, but there's not going to be video challenges, which I never make, to be honest, because you know how infrequent I am with my uploads. But that being said, there is a video tag this time, and I wanted to do that with you. It also only makes sense before the reading rush finishes instead of after, so I'm going to do that now. There's a few questions, so I'm going to jump right in, and the first question is, how is your reading going while staying home? Not that good. Actually, my reading this year hasn't been fantastic. I was very busy in the beginning of the year and very stressed about because of my master's, basically. The entire COVID-19 situation actually made me rearrange a lot of my plans. And I haven't left my house in 30 days. That being said, I've actually kind of made myself busy with other stuff and have been busy with other stuff, and so it has been quite hard to find the time to read, even though when I do read I find it very enjoyable. And so yeah, I've read 2 books now, but I have a lot of books on my currently reading pile that I really need to finish or get through, and I'm saving those for the next few days after the reading rush. Second question is, where have you been reading at home? Mostly in my room, in bed, in the morning or at night, in this little sofa I have there, or in the living room, which is where I am now, by the way. It's because at this time in the day there's no light in my room, so you get a corner of my living room, I guess. I don't usually use it as often because we have a study/office room where we kind of all hang out because we are not a lot of people in this house, we're 3. And that there's a TV there and the sofa, so we usually use that room. But now that we are all home, we kind of try to stay in the living room as well because it's way more comfy. I love reading in this one corner of the sofa because there's a light there and the plug to charge my phone. So everything I have a place to put my tea, so I'm sat there. And also the sofa is really comfy, so that's the perfect spot, and I've been reading in that spot a lot. The third question is best book you've read during isolation. So since I basically came home, and that was around the 18th of March. So far I've only finished 2 books, to be honest, and they weren't either 5 stars. So I'm really looking forward to reading Little Fires Everywhere, and hopefully it will be a 5 stars book. But yeah, I don't have a favorite. I kind of feel the same way about both of them. So I read Red, White and Royal Blue. I've already finished it because we're in the second day of the reading rush. And I finished I Owe You One by Sophie Kinsella, which I actually really enjoyed as well, but it wasn't my favorite of hers. Between those two, I can't actually place them, which is odd, but true. The next question is, what's your favorite feel-good book? And that's basically a Sophie Kinsella book. I've Got Your Number, I've read I think 2 or 3 times. I love that book. Anything that's contemporary around romance, it's just easy to read and it makes me feel happy. So I really like that when I'm feeling down. And the next question is, book you wish you could buy or borrow from the library. We don't usually borrow books from the library here, but I did buy some books before I came into isolation. I will have a link around here with that video. I bought some books in March still, and I received some at home since I was in isolation, because I had made the purchase before that through Book Depository. That being said, I cannot remember an actual book I just wish I could get my hands on right now, because I bought so many books in the last few months. There is one book that came out yesterday, I think the 16th, and that was The Switch by Beth O'Leary. She was the author of The Flat Share, and I really enjoyed that book last year. Cannot wait to get my hands on that book, and though I won't be buying it physically right now, I probably will end up buying it on a Kindle, so yeah. So the next question is, author you want to shout out during this time? And I mean, I've already mentioned Sophie Kinsella, but she's extremely popular in the UK, for example, so it's okay. Another author that I really enjoy that writes stories in the same genre, a little less romance heavy and more, usually has more characters in it. It's like a lot of intertwine of storylines, more than Sophie Kinsella does usually, is Jill Mansell, who is a British author as well. I used to read her translated, and then I kind of stopped because I became addicted to historical fiction and stuff like that, and YA in general. And then I recently read one of her books in English, and I really enjoyed that. So if you like Sophie Kinsella, or if you're looking for a contemporary adult novel, Jill Mansell might be a good one for you. She's also very funny, like her books are very funny. I remember laughing out loud reading her books when I was younger, so there you go. And the last question is, what is your reading rush TBR? So my reading rush TBR, I've already shown it to you. For the moment, it's these 3 books, so Red, White and Royal Blue, which I have finished today. Little Fires Everywhere by Celeste Ng, which is going to be like kind of my obstacle to get through because there's a lot of pages in this. And then Daughters of Passion by Julia O'Fallon, which I hope to read very quickly, even though it seems to be a bit dramatic, so cool. That being said, that is all from me today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Stay home, stay safe, and read with us. Participate in the Stay Home Reading Rush if you want to. It's never too late to join. If you like this video, you can give it a thumbs up or subscribe, and I hope to see you soon with a new video soon. Bye!